What's up guys, it's Justin, and today we're going to be doing the channel's first ever reaction video. Now last week I introduced you to Stephan. He's a personal finance mega YouTuber and a huge inspiration of mine. And apparently I'm a huge inspiration of his because after I posted my video going over the 5 healthy habits that I'm adopting, he posted a video about the 6 healthy habits that he uses to increase productivity. I guess that when the little guys like me come through and create these really innovative video ideas, well, the big YouTubers come through, snatch them up, one-up us, and make them their own. I'm kidding. I think this is a super awesome video concept and one that maybe can help me to improve my own productivity, which would be especially helpful with all the new things I'm learning, creating this channel, and I'm really excited to watch it. And if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate if you'd react to this video positively by liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing this video with a friend. It helps me out a ton, and as I'm growing this channel, I'll take all the help I can get. So thank you so much for that. And with that, let's get into the video.
I would consider myself to be a bit of a productivity nerd. I meticulously schedule every hour of the day. I cut out all distractions. I create a to-do list the night before, and my day does not end until every item on that checklist is complete.
I am the exact same way. I love creating an actual physical checklist. I don't even enjoy doing it on my phone. I have to actually write things out. At my old job, I would write on a sticky note, and I would cross things out as I went, and I was not leaving that day until I crossed everything off my list. Sometimes I'd add things on, but if it wasn't on the list, it probably wasn't getting done. So that's how I've always loved to kind of schedule myself out.
On most accounts, people would say that I'm able to accomplish a lot throughout the day, but despite all of that, something was missing. No matter how much I would watch Matt D'Avella trying to find the next big revelation or correct my posture throughout the day, hoping that would lead to more efficient creativity.
Have you ever heard someone talk about correcting their posture and just kind of put the shoulders back a little bit? Because that's definitely what I just did.
I would still find myself short on time, falling behind, and desperately trying to catch up in the last hour to avoid the disappointment of realizing that maybe I'm not as productive as I thought. In reality, this is such a common problem that even a Harvard review found that the most successful business leaders, executives, and entrepreneurs wasted an average of 22 hours a week. And that, of course, got me thinking, what would you do if I were able to give you back all of that extra time?
I think the answer for a lot of people would be sleep. For probably all 21.8 hours, I think that people, if they could sleep that much extra time, they probably would.
Before we start, let's not waste any time to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. That's all I ask in return if you enjoy this video. Thank you guys so much, and now with that said, let's begin.
See, gotta get creative with that smash the like button stuff. Can't just ask people, hey, could you like this video, please? Pretty please. You gotta get creative. You gotta give them something that's gonna catch their attention, or else they're just gonna glance right over it.
So initially, when I started my journey of productivity enlightenment, I started with the basics. I'd create a to-do list the night before, prioritizing each task in order of its importance. In fact, in a study of more than 50 highly paid executives, 49 of them said the best time management system they ever found was a simple pad of paper on which they wrote down everything they had to do before they began. Now, even though I preferred the digital method of taking notes on my phone, the result is exactly as described.
All right, let's see what's on his to-do list. He needs to smash the like button, edit this video, respond to the president. Me too. That one I had to put off until after editing this. Tell Floyd Mayweather I can't hang out. Not gonna be happy about that one. You might want to move that up the list. And 8 p.m. dinner with Elon. I have a hard time believing that Elon has more than maybe 6 or 7 minutes to eat dinner given how much he's running, so that one is probably going to be a pretty short one on Graham's list, but who knows, maybe they start chatting about self-driving cars and turns into a lengthy 15-minute dinner.
And I found my biggest roadblock throughout the to-do list was distraction. On the surface, it never appeared to be anything severe. It might be a quick glance at my email, remove some spam, reply back to that text message for a moment.
There's Elon again, and it looks like Graham is giving him rocket science advice. Now, I knew that Graham was a smart guy and he's got a lot of personal finance knowledge, but apparently he is a lot smarter than I gave him credit for. So congratulations, Graham, on being so well-rounded.
I took this advice and tried implementing it, but it wasn't easy. My phone would still light up with random notifications. My email tab would still show a new message, prompting my curiosity to wonder, what if it's important? I would also naturally get to the point where sometimes I just want a quick YouTube break to clear my mind, and then 4 hours later I get back to work.
Yep, this is why I recently did one of the hardest things I've ever done in my entire life, and that was that I deleted TikTok. Every single day I would get on there, boom, TikTok, swipe, 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 watch TikToks for what I thought was, 15, 20 minutes. It was an hour, sometimes 2 hours of just 30-second long content over and over and over again. And I mean, it's great. It's a great app, and the stuff on there is really funny and interesting, and you can actually learn a couple things on there. But I was just using so much of my time on TikTok that I decided it's time to go. And as soon as I deleted the app, those first couple of days, I would actually open up my phone and my thumb would just tap where the TikTok app used to be, which I think that's probably a sign of addiction, maybe? I don't know. But regardless, got rid of TikTok, and so far, miss it, but don't regret it.
Alongside that, it's really important to be aware of what's called Parkinson's Law. This is the famous adage that your work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. Or more simply put, the longer you have to get something done, the longer you're going to take to finish it. And what's even more interesting is that this is not just a saying. It is statistical proof that we as humans often create busy work for ourselves to fill the time.
Yes, I literally had this happen to me the other day where I was, procrastinating a little bit on making one of my videos, and it just so happened that I had a good amount of editing left to do right before I had to post the video, and I got it done in way less time than it would have normally taken me because I just had less time. And so I made it happen. I didn't feel like I really sacrificed any quality of the video, but when you're on a time crunch, you just make it happen. And I think that maybe if you put more time crunches on yourself, then maybe you could get a lot more done. I think that actually makes a lot of sense.
With all of that, sometimes we get stuck in a rut where you know what you should be doing, you don't have any distractions, but for whatever reason, you can't get yourself to do anything. And that's where I've begun to implement what's called the 5-minute rule. All you need to do is immediately start on the task at hand with the expectation of doing it for only 5 minutes. That's it. But after 5 minutes, you'll find yourself quickly finishing the entire thing, because the most difficult part of starting anything is simply just starting. The problem is that most of us love to overthink our work.
Yeah, I think there's been times before where I've had like a 5-minute task and I've let that thing just sit over me for a day, 2 days, multiple days, and it's been in the back of my mind, hey, you gotta clip your toenails. You gotta take out the trash. And for whatever reason, it's just, I don't want to take out the trash. I'll wait to take out the trash. Tomorrow I can take out the trash. And I think you spend 10 times more time thinking about taking out the trash and letting it occupy that space in your brain than actually just taking out the trash. I mean, I gotta be more productive.
From there, it's really important to realize that each of us has our own internal clock that dictates when we get our most efficient work done. And if you want to optimize your productivity, you have to work with it and not against it. I find that I have the most energy, concentration, and creativity between the hours of 7 a.m. and 1 p.m., and then again from 8 p.m. until I go to bed.
Okay, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. is my prime hours as well. I love getting up a little bit early, maybe eating some breakfast, doing whatever I need to just knock out early in the morning. Sometimes I'll read my book, sometimes I'll do whatever, but starting at 7 a.m. until 1, sometimes even 2 or 3, those are just prime hours for me where I can just grind out stuff, edit videos, record, whatever. The lighting is good. Right now I'm recording at 10:32 a.m. right in that middle spot, so I definitely agree that 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. is that prime time. I don't know about 8 o'clock though, 8 p.m. and after. I really like to actually decompress, do things with my wife, do things that I want to do. That nighttime I usually leave open for just whatever I want to do, watch football, whatever it is. So I don't know about 8 p.m. on, but 7 a.m. to 1, 2, 3 o'clock, prime.
But I gotta say, some productivity enhancements are learned the hard way, and for me, that was outsourcing. Initially, it was extremely nerve-wracking to hand over the reins to somebody else, but in hindsight, it was the best decision I have ever made. And now I've continually tried to find new ways where I could outsource tasks so that I have more time available to focus on what I'm best at.
I wish. I mean, I can see very easily how between filming and editing and posting and doing all the other things that come along with this can become a full-time job pretty quickly. So it would be awesome to be able to have somebody else to kind of pass that editing along to. That is definitely the lengthiest and least exciting part of this entire process. So he's very lucky. I know specifically I've watched videos of Jack. Jack is awesome. He's got a great editor, which I'm sure helps out a lot. They're also friends, so If anybody who thinks that they would want to be my friend would also like to edit for free, we don't quite have the budget yet for a salaried position, but volunteers appreciated.
Lastly, the most important productivity skill that I have learned is the power of saying no. At a certain point, you need to be really good at prioritizing your obligations throughout the day and turning down the people and projects that don't align with what you could reasonably do. The fact is, we often tend to overextend ourselves for fear of disappointing others. And when that begins to come at the sacrifice of your own time and well-being, that needs to stop.
Agree. This one, I suck at this one. I just get so excited. I love people. I love my friends. I love hanging out. I love doing all of that. So when somebody says, hey, do you want to go watch the football game at a sports bar tonight? Yes, I do. I have a lot to do, but I don't care. Yes, I do want to do that thing.
With that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Feel free to also add me on Instagram. I post there pretty much daily, so if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there. As on my second channel, The Graham Stephan Show. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.
All right, that's going to be Graham's 6 productivity habits that changed his life. Now, I think those are all right on point. I think that while I have a lot of habits of my own that I'm trying to adopt, there are lots of other good ones in this video that will really help you just increase productivity. So if you haven't already checked out this man's channel, Graham is awesome. He posts videos like this all the time. I might react to more of his videos if you guys like this style of content. If not, I'll never do it again. I appreciate you guys so much. Have an amazing rest of your day. Go out there, be productive, and with that, I'll see you soon.